can't see, like, because you. Oh, okay, whatever.
I tilted it up.
But the computer is not recording us. It's that thing.
It is the webcam.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I need to
have
get a real camera.
I have
one of
quite
these
a
days.
few Harley Davidson t-shirts.
Okay.
And today, no less than like 3 old men were like, "Oh, do you ride? Like, do you have a bike?" And I actually hate motorcycles. Like, they're unsafe. They're scary. Like, no, I don't ride. And I was like, no, but like, think about when someone's wearing a band tee and they don't know any of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's me with Harley Davidson.
Nice.
This guy laughed really hard. And it might not have been that funny, but to him it was. And that's all I needed. I was like,
You just needed to make that one guy laugh.
it worked. I don't know. Like, that's all I wanted.
So you're just wearing Harley Davidson stuff for the affection of older men?
What's new?
Water wet? Okay.
Is water as wet as oil?
Yeah, water's dry these days.
I do like, there's something about motorcycle culture that I kind of like, but also hate, because a lot of people that like motorcycles are the opposite of me.
What kind of motorcycles? Are you talking biker gang?
I don't know, honestly.
to-
Like
credit-
guy who's like on the rate.
Not crotch rockets.
Okay.
To the credit of these guys, there is an entire lane of hot chicks doing motorcycle stuff.
Yeah.
And some of them are very much peddling their OF. We can't say that one.
But they're not
folks.
riding
Apparently,
cool
YouTube
ass
doesn't
fucking bikes. You know what I mean?
Some are, but from what I have been told, those bikes are much harder for women because you need a lot more upper body strength
I get
to like
it.
ride one for a long period
As
of
a
time.
spaghetti arm girl.
Yeah, it's much easier to be, on the kind of Kawasaki type bike, or like what do they call them, Bugattis?
Yeah, but still, the bike
want my
culture
Bugatti.
is cool. Like, I have this girlfriend who I used to work with, and she's so fucking hot, and she's got this like gorgeous man, and he rides bikes, and she's like a nice. I don't want to call her an accessory, because she's like a very strong, capable, cool, independent, hot bitch. But like, it's all a part of this like aesthetic, and like her friends they've got this whole lifestyle thing going on. I'm like, that's hot and aesthetic. But at the end of the day, like, I know so many people who have died or been severely injured on motorcycles, and like, while I think they're very cool and like sexy, I also just fear them, and I don't like them. I don't like that people split lanes in motorcycles. Like, f- you.
The carelessness is hot. I will say, I think nothing hotter than being on the freeway and having an attractive woman just, split the lanes right next to you. It's
I
like, I'll
guess.
move over for you, sweetheart. But also at the same time, that's why I don't do it. I always thought it was an underdeveloped lane for vampire movies. Like, because the American Motorcycle Vampire Club would be a whole thing. Plus, it plays into the whole, like, younger woman, into the whole older man thing. Because I just want to say, as much as everyone likes to complain about influences from Hollywood, this one originated from Stephanie Meyer. And it is just the normalization of a 300-year-old and a 17-year-old body that's some reason dating a 15-year-old. There's nothing weird about that. Nothing problematic.
No.
Nothing at all.
Tyler, how do you feel about vampires?
Well, these are my like 3 different feelings about vampires. If we're talking Twilight vampires, just do not care.
You don't like the glittery skin?
I thought the glittery skin was just. It's just I just sighed the entire time.
But if I had
It
glittery
was the
skin,
hottest
would you
part of
be
it.
into that?
Well, I mean, to be fair, if someone had glittery diamond skin, that would be amazing. That
Okay.
would be
All right.
beautiful.
Thank you.
But in the context of a movie where someone who's like I think of True Blood too, where like, Suki, just as the person comes into the light, look at my glowing skin.
Blood
they
was
didn't.
hot.
True Blood didn't have the glowing skin thing.
Did they?
No, they got burnt
Oh, they
when
were
they
just
went
so
into it.
pale
Yeah,
that they were
No,
glowing.
but I just think of True Blood like whenever like
No,
Twilight
they
goes
were
in this.
majestic and sexy. Was the
that
whole
show
thing
was
with-
f***ing
Actually, to be
hot.
fair, I did watch it growing up. Yeah, that show was neat.
That show was hot.
It was mostly sex with a good enough amount of violence to keep me engaged.
and titties.
Yeah. Oh,
There was a lot of breastises, and Tyler, as a budding straight boy, had many hetero. What do they call them? Like gender adventures.
What the fuck? A hetero gender adventure?
I thought the characters in the show were hot.
wanking it, whack. Smacking it,
Hetero?
smackity smack.
Gender adventures.
Jerking off.
That's okay.
A hetero gender
I don't think the
adventure
two
is
line
jerking
up,
off
but I
after
appreciate
you
where you were going with
A
it.
hetero gender adventure is when you see
An HJA.
Yeah, it's
A
when
hand
you
job adventure.
No, hetero gender adventure. Because that would be an HJA,
Yeah. Hetero. Oh, gender starts
not
with G.
HGA. Yeah, exactly.
Spelling.
Not your strong suit. That's okay.
Listen, I'm killing the spelling bee on New York Times.
We
okay?
don't have
Killing it.
have you here for your spelling capability. That's not where your magic.
I kind of
with
wish
words lies. Which
that's why I was here.
your spelling? None of us are here for because we can spell
No.
well.
But I do want to get back
Are you
to...
kidding me? It's a podcast.
Do you guys want to hear Vampire?
Hi, hello,
Yes.
and welcome to the Far Side. We are talking about many things today. We're starting off with vampires and how weird cultural stuff goes into weird cultural stuff. At some point, we will meander over to the Epstein list birthday thingy mabobber. I read as much of it as the Google Drive would allow my computer to read, which was probably, I think, about a quarter of what was uploaded. I am sure I have some strange government app on my phone or my computer because I visited the House Oversight website and clicked on their link. So, at the very least, I'm in a list that will be soon trotted off to the camps after the Charlie Kirk assassination, which we will probably touch upon towards the end. And just a quick word disclaimer therein. We, as a podcast, officially do not condone such violence. It is at very, very backwards way of trying to go about any kind of discourse or media conversation. And I mean,
Agreed.
maybe don't shoot people.
Yeah. You could tie them up and whip them and pee on them
Consensually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or non. That's still a better, alternative. Personally.
Yeah, I still think some people would rather be shot.
That's probably true. I know some fragile men, so yeah, agreed.
So,
Okay, so more-
real fast, rest in peace
Yes.
to him.
Or whatever.
Condolences to
Well,
his family.
exactly.
And we are moving back on to Twilight.
Yeah. But
So-
but I think the theme is
Well,
Let's just say I don't know if there's any allegations with Charlie Kirk.
no. Sorry, that was
So-
unrelated. I'm talking about vampires, 300-year-old vampires and high
yeah.
school girls.
Context was terrible.
Yeah,
That's right.
I know. Yeah, no,
That's
I
right.
like to be problematic, no context, insufferable.
Halloween child abuse.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so where were we? Glittery skin. You're not
Okay.
about it.
Not glittery skin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I guess it's like that over fantasized vampire, but when I say fantasized, you know what I mean. It's like the romantic vampire.
Yeah.
Here's the
no
thing.
cares. But
It's
it's for an audience. Go on.
But it's a creature that, by design, by the way it is designed within its own lore, to be attractive to teenaged girl humans. Like everything about
In defense
it.
of teenage girls, we're really attracted to so much that's a beyond because we're more advanced than.
But that's where number
teenage
2
boys.
comes in.
I that is a slippery slope.
You're preaching to the f***ing choir. Yeah.
Real fast.
Okay.
And then Bella gets pregnant with the baby, the vampire baby.
And how old is she?
Right? She was 16 or 17.
I never watched Twilight.
So she gets, but the whole,
In the
I'm
movies,
looking
she's a
at it
little
as
older.
the vampires have this sort of, or vampiric gene has this parasitic relationship, specifically where everything about it, in the same way hyperparasitic wasps specialize on certain prey to inject their demon spawn into, so that it, devours the spider, devours that particular caterpillar or that particular cockroach. It's a different species of wasp that specializes, say, in the cockroach to the caterpillar to this thing laying its eggs.
It's giving Teen
Ninja
Mom.
status. So that's the thing. Exactly. I think the vampires in Twilight are actually like parasitic, creatures that are trying to attract this young fertile body so that they can with the demon seed, and
like
thus they
best
propagate their
chance.
race.
Okay, number 2.
Underworld. Have you ever seen that?
Hot.
Yeah. So it's
Maybe.
guys and gals all in leather. Think like the Matrix, but Matrix
Okay.
version of the vampires, and everyone's way more.
Tyler,
gross.
you
Sign me
forgot the
up.
BDSM elements that are heavily interwoven both in the story, in the plot, and in the scene and set design.
Yeah.
Especially the costumes.
Love.
So, yeah, everything is just a lot better, but also there is like, it's about a strong female character, and all she does is have a great romantic interest with someone who is a werewolf but half vampire, and the two clans are
Is it
battling.
No,
Kate
no.
Beckinsale?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I haven't seen, but very interested.
And so, no, he becomes half vampire through it. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen all 4 or 5.
Yeah, but they've been out for a
Underworld
while,
movies.
so
They
not a
have been out
spoiler.
for 20 years.
Yeah,
However,
get
there
with
was
it.
certainly moments when I was a wee lad watching Underworld for the first time. And I think that is one of my fascinations with women with personality disorders. Speaking of how vampire world tends to cover up a lot of weird, dark storytelling elements
Women
because
with
it's a monster.
personality disorder is like
My favorite.
No, that's just like, what's it called?
So I used to call it,
The default setting.
No, is that an ox? Yeah, yes, but like, is that an
I'm just kidding.
oxymoron?
I'm just kidding.
Yes,
but
oxymoron.
that one
Thank
liner
you,
was so
thank you.
easy.
So
No, yeah, yes,
I
yeah.
used
You didn't
to-
say it so eloquently.
I used to just say that my
Flowing
type
hair.
with women was women who might stab me, which I think is heavily rooted in Kate Beckinsale in Underworld.
Yeah.
Like 100%, the tight leathers running around shooting things. Yeah.
That's a good sign.
And it was a great action movie because unlike stuff recently, it didn't try and like, oh, you're so special, wash her character. It was just like from the very opening scene, no, this vampire just slaughters werewolves. It's her job, and she is
Like-
good at her job.
Like Buffy, but Buffy's the vampire slayer.
Exactly.
Got it.
She is a slayer that is a vampire.
Got it.
And yeah, covering up the human love for goth baddies that have issues. I used to just say, I love women who might stab me. Turns
Cute.
out when you learn about psychology, that's women with personality disorders. Or as Tyler says, the default setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all women. Agreed.
But also that kind of type 2 underworld also falls like Resident Evil and kind of that genre where it's just like badass person. And like Van Helsing, like Hugh Jackman would be the Ed version at. Do you
Yeah.
ever see that? That was like
Yes.
another kind of like sexy shoot 'em up kind of vampire, which those are like kind of fun. They're not as creepy and everyone's
Keanu
usually an
Reeves,
adult.
Dracula.
That too.
So many vampires. And what else?
The last one's kind of the old school vampires, like Nosferatu kind
Got
of thing.
it.
They have all those different rules. If you throw garlic on them, and then those are just
Spawn.
yeah.
I could
Nervous
never.
Train.
I could never be with a vampire.
Yeah, like
'cause
they
I'm a
can't
big
touch
garlic
silver. They can't be
lover.
in sunlight. They can charm you. They can't enter a house without permission. So sinners would be a good example.
What a rule to have. Like you can do all of these things, but I'm like, I didn't invite you in, so you can't be here.
It's because they're so OP. If they didn't have
Oh.
that, they would just kill everything.
I think
What
stories
a
of vampires.
strange rule.
I think stories of vampires are just autistic people from. the
That's
ages.
what it sounds like.
Yeah, people that have to be invited in places, have a very rigid structure around like social norms. They literally can't go inside your house unless they've been invited in. Sounds like an autistic like fixation.
I think it's also
Maybe obsessive compulsive disorder of a antiquated flavor. I think the abhorrence towards things like garlic and crosses is more just an issue, like a tactile sensory issue, Like maybe they have problems with all the frankincense and all the different smells that go along, the incense, the censers, with church,
vision.
with all that stuff. It just, they hate it. It's a sensory overload. The
When's
bells.
the last time you went to a church?
Was it a museum?
Listen, I went to a church recently. My sister got baptized, and
Was it hot?
I thought your dad was pretty religious.
no, I did not grow up in a religious household at all. Like, very much not part of that. I went to church a few times with like friends or maybe some other family. There's a lot of things going on in my family, but my sister got baptized, and I wanted to be supportive, even though I don't agree with Okay, goat.
Yeah, that was stinky.
Agree with that. And church is one of the scarier places I've been in a long time, and I can tell you that I will not be back.
Goat, no.
Who's here? Do we have a guest?
No one's here.
Oh, it might be the raccoon.
Surprise guest!
Furry little animal from outside.
Church is fucking scary. And I don't mean it in like a, oh my God, I'm scared for my life way, but I don't know if you're serious about starting a cult,
No.
but when you're in a,
I'm semi-serious at this point.
yeah, I know what you mean. But when you're in a real setting where you're in a cult or you
Subscribe to the Patreon would be preferable. Then I don't have to start
a cult. Like, the pastor had the weirdest fucking vibes. It was very uncomfortable. They spent a very long time talking about how you should be contributing like at least 10% of your income. And I was like, oh, that's
Tithing.
very tactile.
Yeah, the tithe.
But they were not shy about it. And I was like,
no.
what the fuck?
Many
My
of them need the
ex-boyfriend's
money to
dad
run.
is a Scientologist, and he's like,
Oh, yeah, they're
this
worse.
man doesn't make a lot of money and never has, and has given a lot of it to Scientology. What the fuck? How brainwashed are you to believe that you should be suffering for a church that's not actually giving you anything? Or
Well,
suffering for a community that's not giving you what you are giving to it?
Here's the thing. It is giving enough of it, and it's,
On the surface.
well, Scientology in the beginning phases is both a vacuum, like it's actively pulling you in, yet it is also giving you, if you have no real life skills, it's giving you some structure, it's giving you some community support. It might be giving you hope, say if you're trying to be an actor or someone in the film industry.
That.
But a lot of people are also in just such, I think, a hope, from what I saw in my own like spiritual wanderings and whatnot with like psychedelic communities here in Southern California. There was a lot of just people who were so desperate for community and like attention for their suffering that they were more than willing to like make a much bigger deal in their head about an interaction, about a community event that they attended to, than they might otherwise. And then they add the religious weight on top of it. It creates an added almost high, like an oxytocin release, serotonin release. And when people go without community for a very long time, when they do finally get a community of maybe like-minded people, or maybe people that are in a similar place, or they're just offering a way, like offering hope. I've always thought of religions, one of the differences between them and cults is just a size number and an age number. Like a cult stops being a cult when it's been around for like 25 years. Then it's a religion.
Which
I'd
is
still
a
say it's
scary
longer.
word for a cult. I don't know. All I know is
just a bigger word.
that will be the
think
last
it's like
time
50.
I will have gone to a church. I was like, I don't belong here. I don't like what's happening here. It just feels very controlling. It felt like surrender in a way that I didn't with.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to church anytime soon, but I mean, I'll go if someone's asking. But
There's
it's,
so many people that go to church.
but I'm not going to be
So
joining
many
one.
people, and it's not the. Here's the thing, I understand that religion has these ideals of decorum and, you know, giving back and all the things, all the good things, all of the ideals and all of the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm like drawing a blank right now. Virtues that they preach and that are good. But I just, at the end of the day, I think as a whole, it's not that. And the people that I know that are more heavily involved in religion and church are all, and they're all hypocrites.
Yeah, that's kind of what I found with the spirituality communities too out here.
Yes,
Or
100%.
especially the spiritual but not religious community, which absolutely is its own religion at this point. One, it's been around for longer than 25 years, but it's also developed a sort of set in criteria of astrology and tarot cards and crystals and essential oils and all these things that by themselves, I genuinely, I do not have a problem with any single one of them.
Totally.
Or people who like those things. I think the world is crazy. I think life can be hectic at times. And whatever you use to find solace and like comfort, great. Like, whatever. But where it gets weird is like in, say, the yoga communities, or you see this with Burning Man or other type of like yoga retreats, light, love, healing, goddess, warrior, divine masculine god type retreats of this holier than thou because I'm embarking on the spiritual journey, or this wounded ego that is grasping onto, oh, I'm on a journey that's greater than your capitalist endeavor. It's like, dude, you went on the fucking capitalist endeavor. That's why you can afford this.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. Don't grandstand to me when, like, I, as someone in the spirituality community, was like, hey, I had a real bad head injury. Like, my world is very up. Everything that I have read and read between the lines on, like, anthropology and how humans have throughout history dealt with head injuries is leading me here. Like, I do think there's something to a lot of psychedelic substances. Maybe it's the altered state. Maybe it's the actual nature of the, say, like psilocybin is shown to have neural regenerative capacity. But then it's, so, you know, I found it very helpful. Meditation, very helpful. But there was a lot of people that were very much coming in from, oh, I've got my professional job, but I'm still very broken feeling, and they had a lot of ego that they'd carry over from their professional world into spirituality because they're like, well, I can kind of pay for this, or I can, you know, there is this kind of feeling, I don't think a lot of them talk about it, of whether it be like people in the church setting or people in the, say, Burning Man setting of, well, I've got the money, so I'm obviously like kind of favored by the universe. I'm favored by God. That's why I have this prosperity. And a lot of churches.
What a silly thing to think.
Yeah, it's the prosperity gospel. It's like an entire like cult like takeoff within Christianity in America, particularly evangelical Christianity. Say you have the big mega churches. What was that one guy we went on the deep dive with? COVID, I blow the breath of God on you.
Meow. We have a kitty in the background. Let's see. Was it David? No. I'll look it up right now. But go on.
So it wasn't Carl Jung. Joseph Campbell. Hi, kitty kitty. Joseph Campbell is a professor, kind of philosopher, historian of religions.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is. I just am not intelligent enough to understand his writings. I've tried.
Oh, I've read it. I can help you understand some things. One of the ways he separates religion is two main categories, echoed by a lot of people throughout time. Kenneth Copeland. Yes. I mean, he has, I think, the biggest war chest of any religious figure in America. Probably like second to people like the Pope in terms of legitimate, actual financial power as a religious figure, untaxed, all of it. So
That's
Joseph
such
Campbell's
a crazy fucking loophole.
Oh yeah, but Joseph Campbell two kind of main distinctions between religions, and he would say there is kind of a third in smaller essays, but he didn't really write about it as much for a few reasons, and that would be religions surrounding the divine feminine. So the other two being religions that help you find your place within the natural order of the world, like help you, Leah, figure out how you live your own life.
I mean, what falls under that category? Buddhism?
A lot of pagan religions.
Really?
Yeah. Or like indigenous type folk,
That makes more
shamanic
sense.
religions.
Yeah.
But a lot of more pagan religions, you might have a mix of them depending on the society.
Okay.
So Norse paganism was more the second one, but you would have individual communities or, nationalities that would take that a little more seriously in terms of an organizing religion, where the religion is about organizing society and organizing people within society.
Okay.
So what we know of, say, Druidic religion and Druidic culture is that it was part a religious role and it was part a legal role. You were also an organizer of society, a judge. You might have also maybe even been kind of like an academic figure. Like these were the people that studied medicine. These were the people that studied the rituals of how you gather holly off the tree under which moon and what day in what season to best, bring the gods about. They had
That
all
is
these...
not very separation of church and state, but
Oh, no, not at all. It was church and state in one. But I think we're kind of moving back to that, especially
obviously.
with recent events. Everyone's like, oh, we need to have another crusade. And, the memes have been hot.
Can we not?
Recently.
Can we fucking not?
No, because...
It's so reductive. I'm just like, why are we so dumb collectively?
I think because Chinese bots...
It's
and
China?
Russian bots. Oh, who has the most to gain from seeding essentially a religious war between the Middle East and the US and Europe?
Why are we so fucking shitty as like a human race?
Because we killed all the other humans so that we would be the only human species around. And then we went and killed every other major predator on Earth. We destroy bees if they get near us. Like
I've been teaching my nephews not
reactionarily,
to.
which is good. But reactionarily, humans are like hyper violent compared to even other animals.
I saw an ant like cleaning its little things, its little antlers, and I was like,
Antlers? It's ant antlers?
it's ant antlers.
It's antennae.
And I was whatever,
the antennae.
whatever the they are.
I like the
ant
idea.
antlers
I like
is-
the idea of ant antlers though.
So do I.
It's cute.
And I was just like, I'm still gonna kill it, but I was just like feeling extra bad about it. I'm like, stop invading my bathroom, but also stop being cute. I have a lot of shame and guilt.
Nutmeg and cayenne. Well, here's the thing.
Oh yeah, you told me. And peppermint oil.
Eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil might work, but cayenne, nutmeg, lime juice.
Oh, okay. Now we're adding another one. It's going to get wet and spicy.
Yeah, it sounds like a tequila mix.
I'm kind of interested now.
I actually tried it as a tequila mix. It is quite tasty.
Yeah, I like where this is going. Where did our third go? This threesome is getting lonely.
Yep, this
Are
is
the
the kind
cats
of
okay?
MMF I hope to be a part of. No, he was just in there picking his
This
skin.
is
I'm sure
incest
he had a pimple.
and
Whoa.
MMF.
No.
Yeah, whoa.
I was just sitting down peeing.
Nope, I'm outing you. I'm outing
You
you.
sit down while you pee?
He was picking
Only in
his
the
skin.
house.
No, I love that.
He was picking his skin.
There is something truly, and I know it's normal for men to like pee standing up, but I fucking hate it.
You
Why?
jealous?
No, I hate hearing it. I'm like, stop. You're noisy. It's messy. Your piss is everywhere, and I fucking hate you.
If you have bad aim, yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For
I
me,
think it's very
if I
hot
sit,
if you sit and pee.
If I sit down and pee, I am getting piss all over myself.
Why?
The sheer force of my urine.
Put it in the fucking water.
No, that's that one. Way too close. Ton of splashback.
Stop acting like your dick is that big.
It's not. We have low flow toilets, so there's not a lot of water that you're shooting it into.
Then pull it up. Just like give it a little.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope. First off, way too girthy.
Gentlemen, savage.
Well,
no.
Just point it down. Go pee.
Go pee.
And then you're done.
Listen, my flow is very strong. And sometimes there's a little bit of splashback and you just figure it the out. I don't like men who pee while they stand.
That's fine.
When you're outside though, I'm not like squatting and pissing. I'm just, peeing on a tree.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of interest going on here. Hi, baby.
Yeah, hi, Mittens. Hi, Po Beans.
Hi. He knows the cat lovers here.
Yes. And there is greater respect.
I do love the butthole.
In the camera.
Yeah.
Speaking of satanic visions.
Hi, baby.
So speaking of satanic visions,
Yeah.
anyways, and Christian whatnot.
Let's get in.
I went down some rabbit holes with Christian conspiracy, and it is a fun little subsection of the internet. It is fascinatingly hyper-fixated on bloodlines in a way that is very un-American.
And probably incestuous.
Because they're all royalty. That hick in the middle of somewhere.
It's not so much royalty, it's like magic. It's like these are like magical bloodlines.
Explain.
That have like, it's hard to explain because again, kind of like I said of Gnosticism and a lot of like esoteric mysticism, how much of it is just fan fiction written by a couple of guys in medieval Siena to like woo the ladies, be like, look girls, we're part of a secret club. And they might have been part of a secret club that had some like weird funny rituals, but also I'm sure some of it was probably similar to like hazing that people go through in the 90s or the 2000s. Kind of like we got the tail end of it. You mythologize that over 400 years, it's going to get real weird. And it's going to be like, colleges throughout the U.S. had these secret societies called fraternities and sororities. And the sororities would participate in dancing rituals that they would try and attack new members. And you look at like the actual, if you just look at it through an anthropological lens and kind of put like a historical veneer on it, it's like, oh, these witches are brewing up a bunch of crazy shit. Trying to get more.
But I feel like it wasn't quite as like cool and sexy as they tried to make it sound, or like deviant. Like, I think that overall,
I have heard some deviant stories from sorority girls.
I've heard more deviant stories from fraternity boys.
I heard more deviant stories
sexy?
From fraternity.
No.
Oh,
I've heard
the
more
violent kind.
I've heard more deviant
Gross.
stories about
that makes
fraternity boys from gay guys.
Always the fucking gays. They're getting exploited.
I think they were happy about it, the ones I talked to.
Maybe. Plop.
Yeah, he's a hefty
can you guys
kitty.
chill?
So Christian conspiracy bloodline stuff, a lot of it is like esoterics of how people are related to certain saints or how they're related to Christ is a big one. Or they would have certain founding people that all of a sudden, this person is some founder of essentially an evangelical movement out here, or like the Jesuit movement out here. A lot of it is people that kind of became wealthy through conquest or through some gift of a king or a viscount at some point throughout history, and these people became Rosicrucians or Freemasons or there's a lot of that lore within all that. And it feels to me like Christianity really can't figure out if its problem is the Freemasons and those kind of like secret pagan magical Christian cult thingies, if it's the devil, or if it is werewolves and recently dogmen.
These are like legitimate
Used to all be skinwalkers.
topics.
Oh yeah, entire sections of the internet are dedicated to it. And I have seen some fascinatingly entertaining deep dives of people who are very much in the middle of a schizophrenic delusion or are some kind of paranoid psychosis. Some would say they've been traumatized. I would highly agree. But by what? Who knows?
So much.
Well, there's this one guy, Nathan Russell, who talks about how his family trained him to be this assassin figure. And that he would, Tyler, you want to do something about your cat? It's making a lot of noise that it doesn't need to make. Thank you.
I wish I wasn't so enthralled by it, but
He's also eating a ton of plastic.
I know the fact
It's
that he
just,
likes
like,
to
not
eat
good for
stickers,
him.
like you have
Yes, Tyler, yes, he does. He ingests all
like
that plastic.
Poe is like so dumb and so smart.
He's mostly dumb.
Like he likes to eat stickers. Like okay,
Tyler, put the plastic like in the fridge so that the cat just leaves it alone.
I love that there's like a face off happening right now too, and Poe is down to face it because he's so desperate to just fucking chew on a plastic bag.
No.
That's how Nori is, dude. That bitch, I can't. She does things that are just like, okay, all right. I can see why I'm the one keeping you in the house and not vice versa.
I think he does it for Tyler's attention.
No, I think he does it because cats are just fucking weird.
No, I haven't been here, and I've like seen
And
just
they
things
like,
just
and they
chewed
just
up and
like to,
destroyed.
yeah, they like to chew up shit. They like to shit up. That's
gonna
why I
be a
love
lot of
cats because
editing.
I like to shit up.
I like to think of it as like plastic chips that he's chewing on.
Yeah, like gum. You know,
Yeah.
we just like to gnaw on shit. I would like something to gnaw on right now.
Like
I won't
a
say.
Klondike bar.
It's not really a gnawing activity.
So,
but-
anyways, going back to Christian conspiracy theories, because I can tell you're so interested.
No, I am.
No,
at
you're
the end
not.
of the at the end of the day, I just always wonder why aren't we getting back to the basics? We're really just deviating from the plot.
Why are we just not gnawing on things?
People
Tyler?
are so bored, and I
We
get
really
it.
should just be gnawing on things. Like,
No, we're gnawing
is
on
that-
Christian conspiracy theories. We can talk about later. Continue.
are you sure, Leah? Because we can always talk about now.
Should we take a shot break? Shot break. Like a
good.
half one? Come on. I want to make sure that things are getting weird at 36 minutes and 55 seconds. Austin's down. Austin's down. You're not down. Water break?
I'll take a quarter.
Okay, keep going.
All right.
Like
I'm
a
gonna
sip.
put my big old stand up here.
Here, we're gonna
We're gonna take a short commercial break.
sponsored by.
From one slut to another.
Thank you.
Not you, Austin.
I'm going through my hot girl summer.
Okay.
I am going through monk mode because I got in Hollywood, and the
I always make a
hippies
face
didn't
about
like
this.
me because I'm a dick. In fairness to the hippies, I'm not exactly a nice person, even when I'm trying to be nice.
I know. It's
can't
such
help
a
it.
it's such
I
a
literally
dichotomy for
can't
me
help
as
it.
well. Yeah. Like I really wish the best, but also I wish the worst. My spirit is full of revenge.
Mine
There's
is
just a,
happiness, and let's get along.
the way I saw it was there were a lot of people that were suffering in a way that owning up to their own human resiliency was, I truly think, a way out of their situation. Like, yeah, you got to acknowledge the pain, the trauma, all these things. But I've always felt with psychedelics, one of the most important lessons that people can take away from it is the lessons of human resiliency. In that your brain and body, your soul is going to get through this weird, difficult experience, and that you're going to come away with it understanding how much more capable you are because you've gotten to see the way that you have gotten through your difficulties. Period.
Hopefully,
Like, you just got through it, you know?
smart people will come out that way.
Or dumb people. It's the midwits that are the problem. It's more
I
fun to do
actually-
psychedelics with dumb people than it is like middle intelligent
Yeah,
people.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
Most dumb people are there for the moment too.
Yeah, they're having a great time. And I enjoy having a
No,
great time with
ignorance
them.
really is f***ing bliss.
Yeah.
But also, it's like I truly have the best time and like the most enjoyable time when I'm with people I think are really smart or really dumb. There is a certain type of dumb that is insufferable to be around. But people who are just like not the smartest, but are like self-aware of that fact, they're great.
And intelligence is relative, and it depends on what you care about. Ultimately, like that's how you decide who you spend time with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I get it. I'm dumb, so that's why I'm here.
It's totally why you're here.
Wow.
In a cute way.
And I've been told I'm the world's smartest dumb person.
I could see that.
Buddy, after living with you as an adult for a year, accurate.
Yeah, because some things I do incredibly well, and other things you're like, why in human existence how did you do that?
All the dumb shit I do is premeditated, which I think is retarded. I think that qualifies.
And I'm the toughest anti-soy boy you know.
That's true. I know. You really are a pussy.
I am. Huge.
I know,
Gaping.
but like without a cause.
I know. That's the problem.
No.
I was born truly like 500-600 years too late. I used to say it like, or the right time for it, but then my career went absolutely nowhere for reasons I'm still very confused about at times. But that is life and Hollywood. But then there are many times where I would have interactions or things in Hollywood where like a little bit of the anger would come out, like just a little bit of the temper. And like everyone that kept cosplaying as like some big tough person would kind of be like uncomfortable because they were like, oh, this person is like an actual unhinged maniac.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think I've met a lot of them, so it never surprises me. Most people are unhinged, and people call me unhinged, which is mostly true.
It's accurate.
Yeah. I just think
Birds of a feather flock together.
I
Tyler
think
pretends to be hinged.
uncensored is a lot better of a term for me because I am very well adjusted.
I would say
comparatively.
you're hinged like I am, like Tyler is. We're hinged like Dutch doors.
I feel like I'm more like a drawer.
I like that.
Where like
Yeah.
it's easy, it's really hard to open up, but then very easy to close.
Okay, so like on a vintage cabinet.
Yeah.
Tyler's some stuck, warped bit of bullshit.
Okay. What's easy to open and hard to close? That's me. Pandora's box.
Oh, I was gonna say my mouth, but you know.
Yeah. I was talking to someone today. I'm like, I don't have secrets, unfortunately.
Oh, I have a funnel. Like a lot of people have a filter.
Yeah.
I have a funnel. So it's more that the words are all trying to come out. Certain things don't make it through the funnel. It's not that they're being filtered out. It's that the sheer mass will not allow flow.
Facts.
I feel like
One day there will be brain interface. I cannot wait for brain interface because I feel like I will make people crazy. Like that's one of the things I think
he's
the brain
excited about
interface.
that.
Oh yeah. Do you know how long I've had to deal with being crazy and how difficult it is at times? It's at times quite unfun. But like the fact that brain to brain communication, people that are neurodivergent have such a different mental landscape.
But do we need that?
I would like to subject people to my experience.
No, less of that.
I think it would be almost a problematic level of human empathy.
Yeah, as someone who championed verbal communication, clear communication when I was younger, like dating men who thought telepathy was like a solid form of communicating.
This is why Twilight's bad. This is why Twilight's bad.
We should go back to telepathy. I think less is better.
We're
you mean so
basically
they just
there.
stare at you silently while doing this?
Sending someone a text is essentially telepathy.
Let me be fucking insane. Give me the eyes like, we're not going there. And I'll get a little mad and then we can like get over it. Like,
So then what probably bother
I see the error in my ways.
So you probably see what I probably bother you the most. We're talking, but then all of a sudden there's like an ant going up a tree, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go and like just space out for a moment. Because what's that thought process?
Ty's a big squirrel guy.
So I like that. But some things really do warrant clear communication and other things do not. And I think some things should be ignored. And I don't think 20-year-old me would have said that. But now that I'm a little more experienced, I'm like, not everything needs to be discussed. I think some things you can talk about it and talk at someone and they don't respond. Don't respond.
Happy wife,
Keep your
happy life.
Yeah, but like some things just don't say it. No, if the bitch is like, I want to hear what you have to say about that, keep it to the chest.
It's a trap.
It is a trap.
Oh, one of the hardest things about dating in the modern age, I do think, and this goes for men and women, is we're raised to treat everyone well. We're raised to treat everyone equally and try and be fair and all these things. And then there is the human nature element of, well, I'm actually going to do this to get what I want.
Right. It is a game.
And certain people are, I think, more maybe predisposed to playing games based on parenting. I think some people are just manipulative game players by biological drive, because how did some people stay alive for thousands of years? If you're not smart or fast or strong, being sociable and or manipulative, charismatic, like that is for sure a viability of survival. By definition, all you dumb astrology alpha male, in alpha male in most primate societies, particularly social primate societies, us and chimps, is defined not by the biggest and strongest male, that is gorillas. It is the smartest, most charismatic male, the male that is most able and capable to get other males that are bigger and stronger than it to do the things that it wants.
But that is not how we define alpha males in modern
No,
culture.
It's not, because alpha males in the scientific context want to take advantage of alpha males in the male astrology context.
I mean, that's definitely what's happening.
100%.
Like, because if we're talking alpha males, like from a social perspective, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like a man who's not smart. That's like a.
But in a scientific context, Charlie Kirk very much was an alpha male. That's why he has such an impact in his death online.
But socially speaking, we would not describe him collectively, I think, as an alpha male. But no. I know that textbook wise and like from the root of the definition, that yes, agreed.
Yeah, that's why
it's an intellectual prowess, but that's not how we define it anymore.
No, but I mean, to his credit, he very much was that alpha male type. Like in human society and the way that we structure it, many people that are the most charismatic. I was actually thinking about this, and this reminds me of when like a saint or a figure that became a saint in European society. Jesus, I'm having problems with society. Certain words are just stuttering through my brain recently. If you go and read the stories of saints that died, a lot of them lived a life very similar to Charlie Kirk in a weird way. I'm not saying that like Charlie Kirk is or was a very good person, but just the way the story played out.
Right.
Very much like smart person that was out debating people and was influential in his way, was capable of speaking for a certain set of people, and then is more or less publicly sacrificed. Like it's a very canonized, lionized event.
I want to defer
again,
to you
educational
about this.
And journalistic purposes.
I think Tyler's our resident.
Tyler is our resident political nerd, and thus has things to say.
Well, Charlie Kirk has been just an influential character for a long time. I mean, I think he started like Turning Point. That's his main thing in like 2012. Usually tell me it's too close.
I can show you.
There you go.
Yes.
He started Turning Point.
Leah, are you going to make my dear brother a man?
Ew.
I think I'm past that. I'm already a man.
No, not you.
Make
You.
a
You
man
him.
I know.
Sorry.
Out of you.
I only want to offend Austin, never you.
No, but you can make me uncomfortable. That's fine.
That's very easy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm never gonna catch my breath. Say goodbye to those who knew me. Boy, was I a fool in school for cutting gin.
And now we are being cut by Disney for copyright purposes.
This guy's got me scared to death.
Tanking us right now.
Hope he doesn't see right through me.
I hate you. Okay, so continue.
So, Charlie...
Be a man.
And if I do the same to him, I just get raked over the coals. Let's see.
Where was this?
So
hand?
he was doing this since college, around 2012. He starts like a kind of like one of his like group clubs or political action committee when he was in school. But he didn't. I don't think he ever graduated. I think he only went to school for like a year.
Yeah, technically.
The greats never do.
Technically a college dropout. Yeah.
College.
Exactly. So
But the irony that he went then and debated on college campuses and eventually died on a college campus.
Well, to be fair, he started it, and that was actually kind of how he got started. It was like he was just this fringe kind of guy just showing up at college campuses saying like, I'm going to debate you about conservative topics. And he did that. He was just an argumentative kid. He's one of his favorite things to do is argue. So he went to this, he set up a booth, and he kept it going, and he started his own YouTube channel. That he really started getting famous, like his shorts and his like little like skits of him owning the libs, and that's really just what has skyrocketed. Now, there were plenty of times he got schooled, but those don't make it onto the internet.
Of course.
Yeah. And present day, he was one of Trump's favorite people because 2016 he kind of denounced and was kind of against debating it, and then went full MAGA afterwards. One of the biggest senders for Trump. And he actually did work for Donald Trump Jr. or Eric Trump Jr., one of the two, during one of the last campaigns. It was just like a really interesting kind of just like process, just like what this guy's done. Now, I would disagree with most of his points.
Right.
Almost all of them. But
Same.
I'll let you kind of take it over for what happened today. But yeah, he went to different college campuses. This was his thing. He always drew big crowds. Some people try to kick him out. But he was never like, if you guys remember Milo Yiannopoulos. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yes. He was never,
Yiannopoulos.
which he was never someone talking about in a positive light. So
he talked about in a positive
No, I
light.
feel like he was more polarizing.
No, Milo Yiannopoulos did.
yes.
Yeah, that's why I feel like the events of today were very interesting.
No, not because of pedophilia.
No. Just in
I was just saying
general.
Charlie Kirk was a conservative, pungent media person, but he was never like a really truly like he was an evil person. So everything that happened to him today was like unjustified.
I
and uncalled
think
for.
he was an asshole based on
There's
my
a-
personal feelings about social, subjects, but I can think of so many other people who I think would get shot and killed before him. So it's just a very interesting thing to be witnessing in the current political climate, because I think because he was more palatable than other people, like, yeah, he was right wing, but he was very presentable and he came in a really nice package. I think it's interesting that he suffered that fate today.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's random.
Nope.
Go on, Austin.
Definitely not random. I don't really remember what I was going to say. I don't know how much I can say without, one, completely tanking the video, and two, probably getting a strike on the channel.
Yeah, let's keep it light.
Unfortunately, I've said this before on the podcast, and two, if you have made it this far into our podcast and you don't know the basic details of the Charlie Kirk situation, man, I wish I could live your life.
Same. Even my mom knew, and that bitch doesn't know anything.
No, because it's the same thing with that
Love you,
poor
Mom.
Ukrainian girl or woman that got killed on the weekend. Whenever a singular story no matter how tragic, completely takes over the internet news media space, and then to go viral, like mega super viral in a way that like it should be a new word, because there's like plague viral and then there's like local viral of just like a little thing. This is super mega immediate pandemic viral, because it's one of the most shocking things.
It was fucked.
But Charlie Kirk represented a articulative, empathetic figure that to many people...
Empathetic.
Well, like empathetic in a sense that he was able to articulate the emotions of a large population of people that did not feel like... Let me finish.
I'm just saying.
That did not feel like the media tradition, like traditional media, was at all speaking for them.
Right.
So in that sense, he was empathetic to a large segment of people that were his audience. I don't think he was an empathetic person. And he himself said many times that he did not like empathy. Yeah. We can argue about the definitions
New
later.
age pussy concept.
Yeah, whatever. His
sharing
history,
common cause,
psychic connections.
Yeah,
with
fuck
people.
empathy.
Yeah,
even though that was how he built his base.
Are gay. Mirror neurons are gay.
Building your base on empathy while also saying that. Love it.
Just the fact that we have a literal structural complex in our brain that talks about it, you know.
It's so new age, empathy.
Whoa, so new age. Made up in the 1980s when
Crazy.
People stopped doing cocaine and needed another way to justify their lives without Percocets.
Can we talk about cocaine, or do you still want to talk about Charlie Kirk?
I want to get one thing out about the Charlie Kirk real fast.
Can we go back to cocaine after?
We can go back to cocaine afterwards.
Like
so, Charlie Kirk, you know, it feels to me like we have seen the death of one of America's greatest, like, de facto priests. We have our de jure priests that are like the Christian, like I said, like the organizing of the Christian church and the cult that is, you could say, Christianity, and it like in the old school sense of a cult, and that it is a more enclosed situation. It's not culture defining in the same way as Christianity was in, say, medieval Europe, where in the cult of America and the belief system and kind of pseudo religion that is our country's patriotism, we have witnessed the assassinations, even the martyrdom of, like, the literal martyrdom. He was speaking about all his beliefs in one of his Prove Me Wrong things, of one of America's most prolific de facto priests, and it's essentially canonized him, which is just wild to me. Like, America has a way of acting that's very much like a Roman cult landscape, in the way that Roman religions and cults used to operate in Rome, not in modern day sense of cults. But just the fiction that is America and what we're telling each other and what the elites are selling us. This is such a monumental chapter break that we're going to unfortunately be dealing with this and whatever escalates from this for a long time, in a way that makes me feel like it was manufactured. I don't think this was like a lone crazy person taking a pot shot at him.
No, definitely
way too
not.
Accurate, way
Definitely
too
not.
risky to just take a pot shot if you don't know exactly what you're doing.
And Charlie Kirk,
He's
he's small. He's small potatoes.
He's inconsequential in like a political power thing, but he was very influential.
That's
Like
fine.
He didn't have true political power in that sense. So in terms of sacrificial martyrdom, it's the highest return on your gain and what you're going to get in the fallout of his death, compared to killing an actual political figure that's not going to have the same level of public martyrdom, yet will have a greater fallout with the actual death.
I agree, because we don't idolize politicians the way we do, like
some
public
politicians.
talking heads.
Trump.
I mean, maybe, yeah, but Trump is not a politician. I know he's our president, but he's
No,
not
he's a
politician.
media pundit, and what he realized is media pundits have, to your point, greater power over
Exactly.
the American people and American culture than actual politicians. Politicians are downstream of culture.
He's not actually a political pundit. He's a WWE announcer.
Oh my God. A man
Trump?
that
Yeah.
wears many hats.
Many, many hats.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Speaking of cocaine and doing it off of the bodies of young women
Did
in
you
Epstein's
guys
Island.
hear about all the cocaine found in the Pacific Ocean that was seized by... I was reading about it and I forgot. But anyways,
How much?
a lot. $35 million worth of cocaine just floating around. I was like, okay, so someone else is dead, obviously.
Or a storm.
Or this is like, I was reading the article and it was like, this is in the midst of this country. Fuck, I wish I knew more. I just like don't care enough. But it was like
Venezuela?
The name of the country.
maybe
Venezuela?
under scrutiny about, you know, drug cartel activity. And I was like,
Oh,
this is all like
it's either Ecuador or Venezuela.
it just seems very convenient that you
Ecuador,
just
I
like
think.
found all this cocaine and you're
In the midst of all this?
seizing
Oh, yeah.
it and all the things. I'm just like,
So here's the thing. I have heard from people who follow the cartels much more closely, say journalists or people that do protection work. The cartels will occasionally offer stuff up, speaking of sacrifice, as a sacrifice to law enforcement.
for sure, because they're working together.
But also $35 million to these cartels is nothing.
That's what I was saying
Yeah.
to myself when I was reading this article. I was like,
Yeah,
35
it's
million is
nothing.
literally pocket change.
Yeah.
It's like a nice house in Emerald Bay.
They make more than that in a day.
I know.
Like
I was
a substantial more than that
35
in a
million.
day.
Yeah, does it hurt a little bit? Is someone going to die? Probably, but not a big deal.
But do we know if it was related to the Sinaloa cartel groups
I didn't
or
get that
the
far.
CGNG?
I just like
CNGJ?
when I tell you I be skimming, I be cliff noting,
Cliff Note and Hard?
bro. I can't be bothered. Cuz at the end of the day, I'm like it's fun and distracting for a sec to be like, "Oh my god, trauma." And then I come back down to earth and I'm like, we're living locally, we're trying to be happy, we're trying to spread positivity, like a little bit of hater energy because like I love to be a bitch, but also I want to
Haters
practice.
gotta hate.
I want to
I'm a
practice
hater.
what I preach. So like, am I going to be a little bit of a hater? Yes, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I want to
I'm a lover.
stop
And I'm a liver.
contributing to the bullshit.
Bullshit. I don't care about no bullshit because
I like to
am.
complain about it with you guys, but I also don't want to be part of it. Like I really do want to be part of the solution.
To not getting
And that's why
$35 million
we're
of drugs slipped off over.
podcasting, because it is the most important thing you can do. Thank you
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Yeah.
I think we're getting close to that hour.
But
If
also
not-
like
Like, share, and subscribe.
but can we agree as people who are critical thinkers, I think you guys maybe more so than I, or I'm critical but in a weird different way.
So.
I haven't visited a lot of middle America or even the world, but I think overall we're probably a lot more understanding, empathetic, and loving than we are hateful, and we are being massively manipulated and controlled by the powers that be, and we need to remember that, and we need to get back to the fucking basics, and that's how you fight back, by not feeding into that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, most people just want to have a good time and just get through the day.
I don't think Democrats were responsible for Charlie Kirk's death.
No.
I gotta push back on all that.
Really?
First off, people do what they will do based on the way their culture tells them to live.
I know, but
don't-
I think
I don't think people are
overwhelmingly-
overwhelmingly good or nice or whatever. I think they're gonna do what is most beneficial to them in the long run. And for most people, the calculus is to be nice to other people while we rape the planet, pollute everything.
Okay, so
Look at all these different countries that people love to laud for, these heightened spiritual practices, and just look how dirty their rivers are.
I might have been a little bit too optimistic in my delivery of that message.
I just think there's a big difference between being nice to other people and raping your environment.
which all of us are doing.
I know, which is proof to me that humans are a universal
Are there
definition
paper
of
towels in
human
this
good.
house?
Yes, a universal definition
Rapists.
of human good is different than societal definition of human good, and that goes back to the way that different religions help people organize themselves differently, and it helps them understand the carrots and sticks of their society that they're living in. Is the carrot and stick, hey, this is how you live in and out of your society. Like I saw a documentary of a guy going through Bhutan in Southeast Asia, I believe, and very Buddhist country. He's going around. They have random electrical vehicle charging stations in the middle of this crazy scenic beauty that are much better installed. I know CTE is a bitch, but so am I.
like that.
But they're beautifully installed in these amazing, like, natural locations in a way that in the US we would have done it so much more brutally and just ugly and without any of the care or tact that they took to do the exact same thing.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, that's a cultural carrot and stick definition thing that plays along the difference between the Buddhist need to harmonize with nature and the American Christian need to dominate everything we encounter.
I want to dominate everything I encounter.
I want to be dominated by goth baddies that look like Kate Beckinsale in leather.
Yeah, that's beauty.
Tyler, you?
What do I want, or what do I?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
I was. It was. Our topics have changed so many times during this. You know what?
This is an ADHD podcast.
It really is, 100%.
Technically, it's a comedy podcast.
ADHD and comedy goes
Wait, who's
side by
funny on
side.
this podcast?